What are the sources of funds for running small women enterprises, for running small women businesses? Is what we call own sources. Your own money, family and friends. Women business associations. But also, you could go to angel investors, Islamic banking. But also we have business incubators. Hello, welcome to the Elly Twineyo show. These series are on women, businesses, and work. In this episode, like I told you in the previous episode, this is dedicated to women in Brazil, women in India, women in Argentina, and women in Africa. And in this particular episode, we are looking at what are the sources of funds for running small women enterprises, for running small women businesses. There are several types of women businesses, ranging from hairdressing to stylists, to restaurants, to salons, to shops, sometimes even factories and some industries, but those which fit in small businesses. What are the sources of financing them? How would you get money to start such an enterprise? How would you get money to keep running such an enterprise? How would you get money to expand such an enterprise? Well, one of the ways to get money is what we call own sources. Your own money. Your own money could be, it is a salary. Your own money could be, you saved some money. Your own money could be, you had some small investment, so you could use this money, inject it in your business, inject it in your enterprise so that it can grow, so that it can expand. Yeah, so that is one of the sources, your own money. The other source of money to run such businesses is family and friends. I always tell people, please don't mix up acquaintances and colleagues. Colleagues are the people you meet at work. Those are your colleagues. Those are your workmates. Don't call them friends. And also, let me mention always that friends are very few. They are never many. Many is a crowd. So you rely on family and friends to expand your business. Family and friends could give you some form of facility, money to use to start your own business. But please, it is important that you sit down and agree on how you will repay that money. You could even have some document that you can write and show how you repay the money. I know some of you, you make it difficult for us to get money, funds from family and friends, because when you take their money, you don't pay back. So when we go to them, say, hey, my friend, hey, family, could you give me a small facility? Say, yeah, because their time John didn't pay, because their time Khan didn't pay, because their Josephine didn't pay me back, I will not support you. Otherwise, family and friends are a good source of starting a small business, are a good source of expanding and growing a business. There is another source of money to run small businesses, and these are grants. In most countries, there is some money for women, especially women to run some small businesses. There is some money somewhere. It could be government grants. It could also be money from foundations. It could be money from corporates, the big companies. The multinationals, they normally have some money which they put around, and sometimes there is a competition, sometimes there are competitions. You compete for that money. There is a selection method that they use to make sure you get this money. You should try some of those options. But also, you can get money from non-profit organizations, including women associations, women business associations. And they are there. And you should be a member of such women business associations. They are important because then they put facilities for mentorship, they have facilities for benchmarking, they have facilities for startups, and sometimes they have funding opportunities. You need to try them and see what they have. But also, you could go to angel investors. Angel investors, these are individuals with their money, and they are always willing to invest in those businesses, sometimes, most times, startups, which show chances of resilience, chances of success. So they buy equity in those companies, they buy equity in those firms, and then you work together to see how they succeed. You work together to see how you perform. But also we have business incubators. Business incubators, these are organizations which have money. They are involved in benchmarking, they are involved in mentorship, they are involved in capacity building. They are also sometimes involved in funding small businesses, including small women businesses. And you need to approach them and you discuss how you can do it. But they have been good sources for businesses, especially women businesses, small women enterprises in the countries that I've mentioned, India, Brazil, Argentina, Africa, and other parts of the world. So you need to look them up and have a discussion about funding your particular type of enterprise. But also, there is another source of funding, and this source of funding is loans, credit. You can obtain credit. I know sometimes when it is a small business, sometimes when you are starting a business, sometimes when it is a startup, it is always kind of difficult to get such loans, to get credit. But let me start with salary loan. A salary loan is your money. You go to your bank where you are earning where your salary comes to, where you have an account, agree with the bank to give you money up front, which you can use to do your business, and this money can always be got back. The bank can always get back its money in installments, which are paid monthly. And so that is one of the good sources of getting money to do your business. But also there is the actual credit. If you think your business has reached a level, you can convince a bank to give you credit. I know when you are starting, like I said, it is always difficult, but you can convince the bank to give you credit on agreed terms. And like I said, sometimes for women businesses, there is affirmative action, positive discrimination in favor of women businesses. So sometimes you can get credit at a better rate than other enterprises. So you need to try it out. You need to go there and discuss with the banks and see the possibility of supporting your business. Since this show is now dedicated, this particular part dedicated to people in Brazil, in Africa, in India and Argentina, There is also what we call Islamic banking. With Islamic banking, they don't charge interest. You go to the bank, discuss with the bank, and if the bank finds your business worthwhile, then they put their money, they give you money, they invest with you. They invest with you so that when the business performs well, and it is the wish of the bank, it is also your wish as an investor that this business succeeds. When it succeeds, you see how to share the returns. Because in Islamic banking, interest is regarded not the right thing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, listening to me, there are other sources where you can get money to start your small women enterprise, also to expand and grow your small women enterprise. But these are key, and these are the ones I think you should think about all the time. But please, let me remind you, be committed to your business, and when you are doing this business, make sure it becomes profitable. Don't cannibalize it. Don't cannibalize it. Don't put money and again you remove it to do your own things. Don't put money and then you become a luxury woman. Don't put money and you get it out to buy the best shoe in the world because then you didn't want business. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next episode, we again look at what challenges do women businesses face. Thank you very much.